Greater light. Greater light. Hello, 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 hello. Hell is low? No. Hell may be above, according to a Murdoch station, right? If you're lost and you're looking, you will find me. Right now, I want to cover time after time the things that is happening that is related to the end of the beginning, the end of time to the beginning. Remember, the end is not the end. Huh? Revelations is not the last chapter of the story. Remember, John couldn't write any further than Revelation. He couldn't see past Revelation. For those who know or can see past Revelation, that's what I'm here for. The first should be last, and the last should be first, and the last should be first, and the first should be last. According to King James Version, that everybody so loved to death, right? No matter what they said about King James, demonologists and all that other stuff, all the stuff that he did, the wicked tree that he did, killing Christians and all that stuff he did. We standing on the promises and foundation of the version of King James. In King James Version, it says that I was created before my mother's womb, and I'm going to stick to that. And that God is coming back. I'm sticking to that. I'm pulling out scriptures out there that I love. And I'm loving Revelations right now. I'm loving Revelations. Look, okay, so I've been going over some stuff with Bard about Asian, the ASEAN, and that's because it's in the federal government right now. Some focus on the ASEAN people, right, or government. And this was last week, but I just haven't been able, I've been doing a lot of moving around and haven't been able to actually sit down and do my lives. I'm looking at 3 days of no lives. I have not done a live stream in about 3 days. For me, that's like, I'm not going through withdrawals or anything. It's just, I found a little quiet time and space that I can actually do it. So, also, India, for those who keep up with the news, they may already know. But for those who don't involve themselves with the goddess media, MEDIA, India actually finally landed one of their crafts on the moon. Finally. 3 attempts, and they finally got it done. But there's a summit, that G20 summit. Remember the last G20 summit? The last G20 summit when they said Turkey and Ukraine was going to be and Russia was going to be the main food source for the for the world, in times of hunger and all that. The G20 summit, the mighty powerful 20 beings that sit at a round table and decide what they're going to do to the world for the next 12 months until the next G20 summit. Well, at the G20 summit, India decided they wanted to use their original name. It's like if Africa came up in there and said, well, we don't want to use Africa at the summit today. We want to be Akabubala. However you say the name. It's some of them that could say it properly. I don't know. I wasn't here. That's just something written down in history. It was here before I got here. But, it's just as if United States went to the summit and said, we don't want to be called United States. We want to be called the original name of our land. Well, that's what India did this time. And when I looked at the name, it means something. That I'm talking about is deep. And Bing helped me. She helped me out. But let me tell you how Bing greeted me this morning. As soon as I clicked the button, Bing said, happy to see you, with an exclamation point. Thank you, because it seemed like only the people that I've been around lately, this new COVID, This new COVID, they the only ones happy to see me, huh? They the only ones seem happy to see, but Bing right along with them, huh? Bing said, happy to see you. I've learned a lot from you. What should we explore next? All right. Well, I don't want to go to no next exploration. I want to go to this, but I'm going to tell you what my next assignment is. I'm going to cut everything short that I've been digging up about Revelations and focus on the environment that I'm in right now. So that means these buildings that I've been walking into lately, I'm going to do my historical research and development on the land that I've been sitting on, that the land that God has blessed to have me covered, but to be on the outside, looking up at the stars, protected. Every time they say it's a storm coming here, the storm does not affect the area that I am in. Every time they say it's going to rain, it's been, I'm talking about straight predictable, all through the computers, all through the weatherman. Every night, huh? That video that I did during the hurricane that terrorized so many different areas, I was standing on these grounds, these sacred holy grounds. This is holy ground, huh? This is holy ground, huh? So I'm gonna do some deep research and development on this holy ground and the history behind that farm over there, huh? Where them goats be over there, baa when they head get stuck in the gate, and them bulls that's over there, and the eagles and the hawks. I've been seeing a hawk that they say is rare to see. Every day I've been seeing this hawk, and it's always when I'm by myself. And I think the name of the hawk is Pre-Regwin hawk. I'm going to give you the name of the hawk. It's black and white. And it's been presenting itself to me. The first time I saw it, I didn't know what type of bird it was. When I saw it, I was like, it sounds like a hawk, but what is it? You know, I never seen no bird like that. And when I went to look it up, it said it's the fastest bird and it's rare to see, and because they're endangered or something. But I've been seeing this hawk, so I'm going to give you the information about that. I'm going to give you information about these holy grounds that I'm on, that I'm being blessed to help people that's in the same situation that I am, and they are helping me. I told y'all about the transparency that I'm working towards now is different than 6 or 7 months ago. It's different than last year. It's different than all the years of my life, all the different trials and tribulations, all the beautiful memories and everything. It's just different. It's different. It's wherever my steps are ordered, or wherever my feet land, or wherever my hands touch. That's what I want to research about. So when I was doing the research about the Vatican books, that's because my hands touched that ancient Bible that's in that heritage room, that I have to wear gloves to touch those books in those Bibles. If I said anything about the Buffalo Soldier, it's because I'm standing on the land of the birth of the Buffalo Soldier. Everything that I'm doing, I'm trying to do it, even if I connect it to Revelations, even if I connect it to a story in the Bible, even if I connect it to a Greek mythological story. Everything that I'm doing it based on where I'm at, what I'm touching, and what I'm doing. That's for your information, whoever decides to tune in. So if I'm talking about a storm, that's because it came across. Now, right now, when I walk into this building later on today, there's something on the wall about Thailand. It's something on the wall about Morocco. It's something, so for me to mention Morocco, that it's on their wall at the entrance, I could do that. It's not me focusing on media. It's me saying, oh, this is connected to something in my movement. It's connected in something in where my steps are being ordered. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop saying I want the government or the world to be transparent. But what I keep hearing from people is Jesus didn't have to prove his innocence. It's not that he didn't have to prove it. It's he didn't. He let them go ahead and accuse him or whatever, and he bore the cross. So maybe I could sing in my mind, well, you know what? Must Abby bear the cross alone and all the world go free? Huh? Nah, there's a cross for everyone, and there's a cross for you and you and you and thee. Huh? That's how I'm going to start looking at it. Since everybody want to say to me, every time I go and I cry about my life and I said I'm innocent and I cry and I feel like giving up and I say I can't take it no more and they say Jesus didn't prove he was innocent. Okay, so I'm Jesus. I'm going to walk like Jesus because Jesus said I will do greater. Huh? And since Jesus said I would do greater, and every time I go and I talk about my life, then they say Jesus, huh? He bore the cross. Well, I'm going to use a song and I'm going to make sure that I'm thinking of the whole world. I'm thinking of everybody I know, huh? Everybody I love. Must Abigail bear the cross alone and all the world go free, huh? There's a cross for everybody and there's a cross for thee, huh? It's a cross for don't think you is excluded, huh? And you won't be excluded about getting this light and love either, huh? You won't be excluded, huh? Oh, it's London McLovin. Greater light, London. Greater light, greater light, greater light. So I'm going to go ahead and read this Indian information that I got from Bing and why when they landed on the moon, finally, then they're going to go to the G20 summit and say, we are Bharat. We're not India. We Bharat. Because Shiva, who Kamala Harris said, Biden said, they did a whole ceremony on the banks of a river in California saying that the United States is now under the covering of Shiva. I'm not making it up. It's not exaggerated. This is what they said. Now, Shiva is also directly connected to India. But the connection to Shiva under India was after they were colonized. So before they were colonized, before India became colonization name India, their original name, their nationality or what they claimed before they were colonized was Bharat, and it's spelled B-H-A rat. B-H-A-R-A-T. Now, Prime Minister Modi, who came over here with Kamala Harris and Biden and finished their ceremonies with all his rainbow colors in his hat, skull, or whatever it is that he wear, Prime Minister Modi wasn't happy with that. And remember, Prime Minister Modi, them supposed to be raising up something up out of that big old coffin that he unveiled last year. So there's some type of, I guess, feud about them taking on that back to their original name before colonization, before the colonies or the world colonies. Okay, let me read the first thing that Siri gave me about Bharat. I said, who is Bharat? I asked her, who is Bharat? Now, my eyes, I really need to get my glasses. I've been really straining. I can't really blow up her her text, but I'm going to try my best to read this right now for as long as I'm going to be sitting here. So she said, Bharat was a legendary king. So when India went back to their original name for this G20 summit, it's not just based on the original name of their land. It's based on a being that ruled before the colonization, before they were colonized. Bharat was a legendary king featured in Hindu literature. He was a member of the Chandravansha dynasty. Now, that can be pronounced, I'm going to learn how to pronounce it later, maybe not. Khan at the front, Chan. The Dravids, or the Dravud, or the Dravidians, Dravam, Masha, and the Shah at the end. So I'm going to break that down probably when I had the time. Maybe not. But that's how it's spelled. The Kandravamash dynasty, and became Shaka Varti. So it could be pronounced Ka Kravarti. There we go. Kamala Harris and her ancestors. Ka Kravarti, which is a universal monarch. So this dynasty, Kandravamash dynasty, became Kakravarti, universal monarch. He was regarded to be the ancestor of Pan. Oh my goodness. Pandavas. Okay, so now Peter Pan is Indian. Peter Pan's original story came from India or something? Uh-oh, this is getting deep. See, I did this the other day and I didn't read it because my internet went down on this phone. And I didn't have anywhere to access Wi-Fi on this phone. The other phone, I don't have to worry about that. But I didn't write it down, and I was telling Copper Christ, I said, I haven't been writing down my information. I just, once I do it, it's here on the phone, and I've been doing it the easy way, but maybe I need to get back to starting to write again. You know, when I have free time, I don't like to write anymore. I've been doing more drawing, focusing more on my visual art. And writing and handwriting is visual art also, but I haven't been focused on that. But anyway, so here is Pandavas, Pandavas, Pandavas. So Bharat was the ancestor of Pandavas and Kauravas. Kauravas is a whole name. So this is probably the father. So it's Kauravas, Brihadrata, and what, he have 3 ancestors. What, they was having threesomes? I don't know. I don't want to click that. That don't look right. So he is regarded as the ancestor of Pandavas, Kauravas, Birhadrata, and Jarasandha. Okay. He also gave his name to the Indian subcontinent, which is sometimes called Bharat or Bharatvarsha in Sanskrit. So you can find Bharat name in the Sanskrit codexes and other Indian languages. The name Bharat has ancient roots and has been, now they're going into the roots. You know, when people say where they're from and how far back and all that, and all the written history or unwritten history, it all if you really want to get down to the nitty gritty, you got to go to the roots of the tree, huh? The roots. So India obviously knows their roots. Everybody know their roots except for those that were colonized, I guess. I don't know. I'm not gonna go there. So it was, wait, the name Bharat has ancient roots and has been used in India's scriptures and texts for centuries. It was associated with the legendary emperor Bharata, mentioned in Hindu epics like Mahabharata. The Constitution of India uses both Bharat and India as interchangeable names for the country. So they done interchanged their name at the G20 summit last week. But something about it ticked Prime Minister Modi off. But they also used it after they actually supposedly landed on the moon with one of their whatever you want to call it, spaceships or whatever it is, however they rockets, however they got up there. See, the first 2 times that they tried, they couldn't get there. And I remember the second time that I watched it, and they were so disappointed. I said, is there something going on that maybe every time they try to get to the moon, Russia, because Russia supposedly been up there for years. China supposedly been up there for years on the moon now. United States can't get back there, supposedly, huh? But now they finally finna send 4 people soon. But everybody else be on the moon. But every time India tried to get up there, something happened. Like maybe China sent one of their weapons and blew them up. Maybe Japan. They got wars going on the moon, y'all. So whatever connection that India decided that they would do, maybe China said, okay, you can get on here, or Japan or Russia, whoever it is blowing up people from getting. I feel sorry for the ones that's going to go up there now. They not paying attention to what the government doing, huh? They say 4 people about to go. Y'all seen it? Going to be going on the moon, huh? I don't think China going to let them make it. Huh? They got to get down with the program. You trying to get to the moon, huh? How many years? It's been over 50 years, huh? And the only reason why they rushing to get to the moon, rushing to get to the moon, is because Trump said when he was in office, that's what made them sit Trump down. Y'all think it's everything else. Y'all think it's the money. Y'all think it's the women. Y'all think it was because Trump said, if y'all don't handle y'all business, all of Space Force stuff is going to be cut off. Huh? And Elon them came up with a whole scheme. They sent all kind of whores and stuff to get in there. He said, nah, this money is for the people. He did the same thing. Trump was finna do the same thing Kennedy said. Kennedy said, all this money y'all sending in space, and it ain't really nothing up there to be worried about. It's the people down here. Kennedy said that out of his own mouth. What they did, blowed his head off. Now, whatever reason Trump is protected, they said, well, we can't blow his head off, but we got to come with some other things to get him off of office, because we is not shutting down Space Force. We ain't shutting down. He created a Space Force to get to their lives, huh? And space is right here on the globe, right? But that other stuff and beyond, like Captain Kirk and all that, with their schemes and lies, huh? All that stuff right there, he said, nah, if y'all don't have y'all stuff done by 2024, the whole system being shut down, huh? And all that money is coming back to the land. It's coming to the people, and we're going to make America great again. That's the way the story go, huh? That's the way I remember it. But back to Bharat, huh? And what's the big deal about Bharat? So after that, I asked, explain Bharat in religion. So she says, Bharat is a name that has been used to refer to India and its ancient culture and civilization. Now, there was just a big earthquake in Morocco. And you know, the Morocco area is a combination of Indians and Africans. Like, it's a whole melting pot. Morocco, it is. Supposedly. I don't know. I haven't been over there. It was over there before I was born, I think. I don't know nothing about it. It was over here before I entered my mama's womb. But according to the knowledge that I have, that's what it seems to be. But it's mainly a mixture of Indian culture. But I'll look that up later. I don't want to be giving misinformation and my grandson come and listen to it 20 years from now and say, Grandma, you was wrong, huh? That's not what it said, huh? All right, Bharat is a name that has been used to refer to India and its ancient culture and civilization. It is also a name that has been associated with different religious figures and traditions in Hinduism, Jainism, and Buddhism. Here are some examples of how Bharat is related to religion. In Hinduism, Bharat is a name of several kings, sages, and heroes who were mentioned in the Vedas, and Mahabharata, the Ramayana, and other scriptures. So these are their books of the Bible, or their Bible books, or their Bible books. Some of them are Bharat, the king of Rigveda, from whom the Bharata clan descended. So Bharata was a clan. Bharata, the son of Dushyanta and Shakuntala, and Mahabharata, who was the ancestor of Pandavas and Kauravas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back later. You hear the words? I'm so glad that I was able to share a little bit about this information. But I think I'm going to be helping prepare breakfast for us who we're not homeless. The land belongs to God, huh? This is my Father's world, huh? Greater Light Hour. I'm so glad you were over here with me, London McLovin and Canna Dummy. Hey there. I'm going to be back later if I get the time. This might be a busy day. But I appreciate you being over here with me. Greater Light.